We're gonna go in a third time because I want this to... It does not taste like cucumbers. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Amanda's Aesthetics. For those of you that are new, my name's Amanda. So today we're gonna be doing first impressions on 3 new products. Actually, 2 of them are new and one of them is only new to me, but it's a palette and I've been anxiously waiting to tap into it. But I have been waiting for you lovely angels, and so we are going to be doing that today. All 3 products are by Dominique Cosmetics, which I don't currently own. Aside from these new products, I don't own any other products from Dominique Cosmetics. So this is a new brand to me. I don't know, these new skincare products that they came out with kind of intrigued me, and there was a palette that I had my eye on for a while that I just decided, you know what?
Let's just get that as well.
So that's what ended up happening. So today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Dominique Cosmetics Ultra Hydrating Complexion Primer, as well as the new Ultra Hydrating Fine Mist, which I believe is like a setting spray or a priming spray. We are also going to be tapping into their Celestial Storm palette, which is
gorgeous,
in my opinion. This is what it looks like. Very pretty color story. I love all of these colors. My face is butt naked right now, as you can see. So we're going to be doing face and 2 looks with the palette. Before we start off, let me read a little bit about these items. So the primer.
The Ultra Hydrating Complexion Primer. Prime and prep your complexion with a layer of this hydrating makeup primer, which locks down moisture and glides on easily to create a smooth, flawless canvas that lasts for hours. Immerse your skin with the soothing aroma of green tea and cucumber. It's like a drink of water for your skin, thanks to the infusion of hyaluronic acid,
I love hyaluronic acid,
willow bark, and 60% water. The unique texture transforms from a cream to water droplet on your complexion, immediately blurring over pores, boosting moisture levels, and giving skin a fresh, dewy look.
The other product that is supposed to go from a cream to water is actually the Tatcha Water Cream, which I had mentioned in my first few videos on this channel. It is an incredible moisturizer, and it has that feeling when you apply it to your skin, it literally feels like you're just rubbing water onto your skin. So from the description, it sounds like this is going to be very similar to that.
The Ultra Hydrating Fine Mist. It's the drink of water your skin has been craving. Apply a veil of this lightweight mist before makeup, as a setting spray, or whenever you need to refresh your complexion, and let your skin drink the hydration. While the refreshing green tea and cucumber aroma calms your mood, the infusion of willow bark calms your skin, restoring it to its ideal pH. Salicornium 8, an extract of the Salicornia plant, instantly rehydrates skin and boosts moisture levels by 6,000%.
Boost your moisture levels
by 6,000%.
Okay, that is a very, very high claim to have, but alright, if you want to claim that, then go for it. And finally, we have the Celestial Storm palette, which is probably the thing that I'm the most excited about because it's eyeshadow. I'm going to list the names of the shadows as well as a description of this palette while I show you guys the peel off and swatches. Celestial Storm is an explosion of vivid pigments, shadows, and glittery foils with 12 uniquely formulated shades for a creative, colorful eye look or a simple pop of electric color. These vibrantly made shades tell a cosmic story and bring the universe to life. So the first shadow, starting in the top left, is Electric Amethyst. Down below that is Astrid Lust. Top row, we have Stargaze. Below that is Mystic Ice. Top row, Eternal Light. Below that, Zero Gravity. Top row, Lucid Dreams. Below that, Black Matter. Top row, Storm Dust. Bottom row, Solstice. Top row, Lunar Eclipse. And lastly, bottom is Fireball. Now these shadows were specifically designed in this layout where you have a shimmer and a matte that match each other. So we have the 3 shimmers on top and then the 3 shimmers on the bottom, and then the opposite of that are the matching mattes. Now, I know that this was also designed to where the shadows match diagonally. So these shades can work, these. So it kind of goes like that. Wherever you are, those shadows will work together, if that makes sense, as well as kind of like in these bundles. So I like that the palette is kind of laid out in a way that you don't have to think too much about it. So yeah, let's just start right off with the primer. So this is the cute little box. I like the ombre white to this nice, pretty like teal aqua. This is what it looks like. Okay. It definitely smells like cucumber what was the other one it was supposed to smell like? Green tea, that's what it was. Cucumber and green tea. I get a little bit of the green tea, but it mainly smells like cucumber. So this is what it looks like. Sorry, I should have showed you guys, but it's kind of has this like, it's not even pure white, it's like a light gray, pretty thick. It definitely has that water feeling, like the Tatcha water cream. When you blend it in, it definitely feels super, super wet and thin like water. It does not feel like cream anymore, which is interesting because when I was rubbing it on my hand, I didn't really feel the water effect, but once it's on your face, you really feel it. It's very light, very thin. It has a very strong scent. Like I can really smell the cucumber and green tea. We've got a chin situation today, so we're gonna apply a little extra over here, around my nose. All right, I'm going to let that dry and sit, and then I will be right back. Alrighty guys, I am back. My primer has dried and it feels ready to go. I'm going to just use some of my usual products because I know how those perform, so I can use that as a reference point when gauging how the primer works. So I'm just gonna go in and quickly do my face makeup, and then we will get to the eyeshadow. Alrighty guys, so I am back and my face is done. And so far, I think that it looks pretty good actually. Hold on, let me just add. I need some chapstick. So far, I do like it. I feel like my foundation is very smooth. My nose area isn't too bad. This is my problem area, as it is for pretty much everybody. The only place I would say that I don't like, and that could also just, well, no, is like fine lines, like my forehead and my smile lines, but I do really like how the primer works actually. Alright guys, I can't wait. I have to just try this before we go into the eyes. I'm going to use it at the end as well, but I just want to spray some now, especially since I am going to be doing eyeshadow. You know, this just doesn't want to be covered, but alrighty, so we're just gonna go into this. So this is what the bottle looks like. Same design, same kind of ombre look, which I really like. It's supposed to have the same smell, cucumber and green tea. It's very light. Like I can barely feel it getting onto my face. I feel like that one doesn't have as strong of a smell as the primer. I can definitely smell the cucumber, but it's not as strong. It's much lighter, which I like. Alrighty guys, let's tap into eyeshadow now. I'm going to start off by taking my Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer. I am very much obsessed with this ever since I got it. I did do a review on this within the Kaleidos collection a few videos ago. Go check that out if you have not already. Okay then. Looks like it's kind of been like leaking or something. Why did it just spray on me like that? Oh my god, I got in my eyelashes.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
And once again, I forgot to do my eyebrows because that's just the step that I always seem to forget to do. Don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them on while these dry. It's go time, baby. We are finally going to tap into this bad boy. And if you thought that look number 1 would be this side and look number 2 would be this side, you are correct. Because Dominique just did us a huge favor by laying them out where it's just so brainless. You don't need to put much effort into making an eye look. Hopefully the eyeshadows perform the same way. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, so my first thought when looking at this palette is that there is really no transition shade. There is really no light, neutral, matte shade. And that is okay. I'm not upset about it. It's just an observation, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna go into Lunar Eclipse, and we're gonna go slowly. So I'm gonna tap into that. Wow, 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 wow. That's wow. Okay. Blending out nicely. All right, let's start off like that. I don't want to go too deep because I don't know what I'm doing yet. Going into Storm Dust, I'm just gonna put that on the outer corners. Back into Lunar Eclipse, we're just going to try and blend this out a little bit. I'm gonna deepen that just a little bit more. Going into Lucid Dream, right on the inside of my crease. And then we're gonna just slightly blend that out. Taking a clean little brush, I'm just going to blend out the edges of this pink. You know, this inner corner pink, in my opinion, it kind of reminds me of like antennas, you know, that like go out from the placement. Just gonna slightly deepen that a little bit. And then again, blending out the edges. Going into Black Matter, this is a gorgeous, like, it looks almost like a dark, like a blackish gray with purple sparkles in it. Super pretty. Okay, this shadow is not really showing up all that much with this brush. Maybe it's the brush. Alright, I'm getting it to show up. I think it's just, it feels very hard pressed in the pan. Like I have to kind of dig my brush in to get some of this, which it's okay because it is showing up. Taking a little bit more of Storm Dust and I'm just putting it on the center right here. Going into Fireball, this is a gorgeous shimmer. It kind of has a duochrome effect, I feel like. Like it has the orange and then it kind of changes to red. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. This one, again, it feels a little bit more hard pressed. Ooh, this one's very pigmented. It shows up quite easily. You don't need a lot of it. And I'm just gonna kind of blend that in. And then yes, we are going into Solstice in the inner corner of the lid. I feel like this shade doesn't look as pink in the pan. It almost looks a little bit more yellow or orange, but it is pink. This one almost looks like it has a duochrome effect as well. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks like more gold orange and then it has that pink shimmer to it. Very pretty shade. And again, this one is very pigmented. You do not need a lot of it. For the lower lash, I'm taking a little bit of black matter and I'm putting that on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna go back in with Lucid Dream and I'm gonna put that on the rest of my lower lash. And on a smaller blending brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of Lunar Eclipse and I'm just going to smooth that out under there. I got just the tiniest bit of fallout from that black shade. Definitely a lot less than I expected. And then I'm just going to extend that wing out a little bit. I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of Storm Dust right in between Lunar Eclipse and Black Matter, just to help blend it a little bit. Inner corner, there's not too much of an inner corner shadow in here. I mean, maybe Eternal Light, which I know she said is more of a topper. You could try that as an inner corner. Let's try that. That's not too bad, actually. I kind of like that. I'm just gonna take a little bit and pop it under my brow. Is this not the cutest mug you've ever seen? I think it's so cute. Alright, for liner, I'm going into the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. I'm going into the Wired collection, which I have tried this before on my channel and it did not work. But I'm gonna give it another chance because I really like this color. This is in the shade Amped, and I think it matches the pink really well, so I'm gonna try it. We're gonna give you another chance. Don't screw me over. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No. That is always a sad moment. Luckily I was kind of able to save my nose. So, and this eyeliner is working better than last time. I did go over it quite a few times, but I got the pigmentation that I wanted. And then for my upper waterline, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Line Express in black. This is a trick of mine that I have been doing for so long. I like to put black liner on my upper waterline just because I feel like it makes my eyelashes look fuller. And since you don't really see the upper waterline anyway, I don't know. It's just a little trick I got up my sleeve. You can totally steal it if you want to. I think we're gonna do this burgundy. I love this on the lashes. We're gonna do this one. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara in the shade Burgundy. For lipstick, I'm just popping on this Buxom White Russian. This is supposed to be lip plumping, but it's not. But it's a nice gloss. I really like it. I'm kind of obsessed with it right now. It smells amazing. And it's neutral. Alrighty guys, here is look number 1 complete. I love this. I mean, love it. And I wasn't sure going in, you know, how I was feeling. Then I added the pink in my inner crease and I was like,
Kinda looking like a bug.
but it definitely all tied itself together. These shadows are gorgeous. They are so easy to work with, blendable, pigmented, no problems whatsoever. The one thing I will say thus far is that I feel like these shimmers are a little bit more hard pressed than the mattes, so you have to dig your brush in a little bit more, but all of these blend together. They all work so well. I used all 6 of these shades and they all work so well. And it was just effortless. Like you saw that, it was just so easy, so simple. This was all I did. I am very glad that the Urban Decay wired eyeliner did not fail me, because I think that really pulled the look together, was like the pink liner with the pink shadow. Solstice, actually all 3 of these shimmers, I don't know if they're supposed to be. I know this one, Electric Amethyst, is definitely a duochrome. A blue-purple duochrome. I don't know if all the shimmers. I don't know if all the shimmers are supposed to be duochromes or not, but I'm kind of getting that vibe from these. I don't know. I am still loving this primer. I think it worked really nicely with the makeup applied. The setting spray, I don't know how much it really like set my makeup and kept it in place. I kind of want to apply some more. It's definitely a super, super light and fine mist. Like, you can barely really feel it coming on your skin. I feel like, honestly, a lot of the product just, like, goes into the air and you lose it. But it does feel super nice and refreshing. I am so sad that I have to take this off, but also thoroughly excited for the next look, because, in my opinion, this is the side that, like, really needs a palette for me. Like, these are pretty, don't get me wrong, but it was with these, like, paired with these, that I was just like,
oh, I gotta get this.
So I am going to wipe off my eyes and we will go into look number 2. I am back. My eyes are clean and I already put eyeshadow primer on. Everything is dry. It is pretty much done creasing. I was on the phone with Adobe for like an hour or 2 in between shooting look 1 and look 2. So I've had this makeup on for a few hours now, and I will say I like the primer a lot. I really do. I love how my face is looking, aside from my fine lines, which just haunt me regardless of what I'm wearing, honestly. I love how the primer is working with my makeup. However, I'm not sure how I feel about the mist. I just don't really feel like my makeup is set. Like, I feel like it feels almost like I haven't set my face yet. And I've gone into this twice now. We're gonna go in a third time because I want this to It does not taste like cucumbers. As I was saying, I want this product to work. So, this is spritz number 3. So, usually when I am using purples and blues, I tend to use the purple more, and then I will use the blues as kind of like an accent. So, I'll have like the purples on the outside and the blues focused more on the inside. So, I think this time we're gonna try and do the opposite, or I'm gonna try and do the opposite. So, this is, I feel like, gonna be a little bit more blue focused than purple focused, which I am excited about because I'm going to be pushing myself to not do what I usually do. So, let's see how this goes. All right, right off the bat, we're gonna go into this gorgeous turquoise. This is called Mystic Ice. I'm trying to go in pretty light to start off because, again, I don't know what I'm doing. So I think we're just gonna cover this, all of this. We're probably gonna do a cut crease because, you know what, I'm challenging myself anyway. I hate when the eyeshadow gets like skitty like that. I don't know what else to say besides skitty. Like, you know when you like, you know when something like skids. Taking a clean blending brush, I'm just going to soften up those edges a little bit. Alright, going in with Zero Gravity, which is this warm gray, I'm going to pop that on the outer corner, and I'm going to kind of pull it out a little bit. Actually going to take a little bit more of the Mystic Ice and just kind of help that to blend. Going into Stargaze. So these shimmers are the same. I am not surprised as the other side. A little bit more hard pressed than the mattes, but not a big deal. It's on my brush. I have a feeling once this goes on the eye, it's gonna apply very nicely, but let's see. I'm gonna wet my brush for this shade. All right, let's get this fallout off before it sets in. At least it is coming off for the most part. All right, we're gonna do a very thin, small cut crease right in the center. I'm just gonna be using my eyeshadow primer. Honestly, I feel like I didn't have to cut the crease, but I want this purple to stand out. So we're doing like a dull half cut, center cut, crease cut, some sort of cutting of the crease. I will say though, I keep looking at this trio right here and I do really like that. That could be its own look right there. Going into Astrid Lust. This is a gorgeous purple. I really hope it's a nice shadow. I mean, so far I have not been disappointed, but we will see. Now I'm going into probably one of my favorite shadows of what it looks like in this palette. This is Electric Amethyst. This gorgeous purple blue duochrome. Oh yeah. Okay guys, and I did not wet my brush for this. This is straight from the pan. All right, I'm going to just slightly pull it to help that blend. All right, I'm going in with a little bit more Mystic Ice, and we're just gonna put that on the inner part of the lid. And then I'm gonna just slowly feather that right here. And in the center, I am taking this topper, which is Eternal Light. And then going in with just a little bit of Mystic Ice, I just want to outline that in the crease. The one thing I will say is that I have sparkles all over my face right now. Like, all over. All right, we're going into Zero Gravity, and I'm gonna put that right on the outer part of my lower lash. Taking some of Stargaze. it out of this lower lash. And then for my inner corners, I'm just going to be taking some of that Eternal Light shade again. I really like that as the inner corner. And popping that in there. You know what, just to help tie the purple together, I'm going to actually put some of the Electric Amethyst. I'm going to pop that on the outer corner. Alright, this look needs some liquid liner and some wings stat. So I'm gonna go in with Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Serum or something like that. Going into my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Deep End. And then same black eyeliner on top. And then I am going into just plain old black mascara. I'm taking the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. Alrighty, I'm gonna go in with the Profusion. I don't even know the name of this off the top of my head. I will link it in though when I'm editing. But this is in the shade Corset. I'm going to set my face for the 4th time in this one video. And this is the completed look. The primer I love. I think it is a great primer. Again, I haven't had my makeup on for a full day's worth yet, but I have had it on for a few hours and I do really like it. My face is a mess right now. It's covered with fallout and all sorts of crap, but I did really like this primer. I liked how it felt. It felt like the Tatcha Water Cream moisturizer, if you guys are familiar with that, where it does really feel like you're just like rubbing water onto your skin. It's pretty insane. So I really love this. I loved how my makeup applied on top of this. The primer was great. I would highly recommend this. The setting spray, I feel like I wanted it to work, but it just didn't. It just didn't. Like, the smell was great, but I just don't feel like it did anything to set my face. I know that this can also be used to kind of like prep your face as like a prepping mist, which I did not try. I probably should have tried it that way too, but honestly, as a setting spray, I would pass on this. I think there are a lot better out there, in my opinion, and I think that you already own better setting sprays and probably prepping sprays at home as well. I love this prepping spray. This is technically like a setting spray and a prepping spray, but this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Concombre or something like that. This is great. It also has that cucumber smell to it, and it's so refreshing, so light. It feels very hydrating. So I would pick that, which is like $5 or $6 from the drugstore, over this one, personally. Again, the primer was a hit. I loved it. It was great. I will definitely continue to use it time and time again. I will definitely pass on the setting spray though, and I think you can too. Personally, that's just my opinion. And again, I put it on 4 times and I still don't really feel like, you know what, I'm gonna go in with my MAC. Yeah, that's setting spray. Now let's talk about the palette. So overall, I am very happy with this palette actually. I wasn't sure going into it just because I had never tried Dominique Cosmetics before, but I hadn't really heard bad things about them. I just didn't know, you know? So the mattes in this palette are incredible. The formula of them is great. The pigmentation is great. The blendability of them is great. There's no fallout. There's no kick up, except for I had a little bit of kick up in the pan with Zero Gravity, but other than that, no kick up, no fallout with any of the mattes. They were gorgeous. The shimmers weren't bad. They just were very hard pressed in the pan compared to the mattes, and so you really kind of had to dig your brush in there. Like you can see, Stargaze was probably the worst in my opinion, and the DC is almost gone in this one compared to like the other ones. So that'll just kind of tell you, you do kind of need to like stick your brush in those. I really do like the setup of this palette. I feel like the setup is very aesthetically pleasing to me. I love the warmer tones over here. I love the cooler tones over here. I love how they're set up in these rows like this, these pairs, but that they also go in any other way, diagonal, you know, horizontal, vertical, any way you go, you can come up with a beautiful look. And I feel like you can get a lot of looks out of this palette. I really do. I feel like, you know, you could get 3 or 4 looks from here, 3 or 4 looks from here, and then when you mix and match the shades, I mean, girl. This shade I loved. This shade, probably the 2 shades I used starting off, were gorgeous. They were so gorgeous. I love those so much. This shimmer shade was incredible. I really did like this shimmer shade, honestly. I did, even though it was the hardest to work with, I feel like, from the entire palette. This is a really gorgeous blue. It really is. It has this like blue, indigo, I don't know. I don't know if they're all supposed to be like that or not, but like I said, I feel like the shimmers, almost all of them are duochromes aside from Eternal Light, which I know is mainly used as a topper. And I did use it as a topper. I also use it as my inner corners. It worked beautifully for both. So very happy with this palette, very happy with the primer, the setting spray. I don't know how I feel about it. If I'm not mistaken, Dominique Cosmetics doesn't really have any other skincare products. This is like their first coming out of skincare products. And so that's why I was partly like really excited to try this stuff, just because it's kind of interesting when like makeup brands come out with skincare products, or like when skin brands come out with makeup products, because that's not their specialty. But sometimes they really just hit it to the T and they just kill it. And I think they did that with the primer. The primer I really like, I really do. Again, this setting spray did not throw me. It really didn't. Like, I put on my MAC Fix Plus and I feel like my makeup is more set than it has been with the 4 sprays that I used of the Dominique Cosmetics. So that is everything for our video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a good time messing around with this palette. Again, I had been waiting anxiously for a really long time, but I held out for you guys, so I hope you appreciate it. Love you guys. We are very small right now, but we are slowly building, and I can't wait for more to join our little family. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, and go ahead and subscribe if you want to stay updated on my latest videos. It would mean a lot to me, really mean a lot to me, like really. Go ahead and comment down below if you've tried any of these products and what your thoughts are with them, if you had the same issues, same thoughts as me, or if they were different. And comment down below which look you liked better, look 1 or look 2. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.